Hello? Is this thing on? We're gonna see how this works. Because when I. Hi. Hi, Lisa. How's your day going? How are you feeling? Are you feeling better? I hope so. You're okay. Yeah. I've had periods of time where I get chronic sinus shit. And yeah, so I feel you in that. God, this little dude is so funny. Okay, what I'm not sure of is like I hope the size will work. I hope the placement will work because every time I don't know what the hell it is. Every time I tried moving it, OBS completely would crash. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and the thing that's weird, like it was 100% working while other things were running before. But it was something about once I added, because I added a window for Photoshop, and then I added a window for this one that's running now, Rebelle. But even when I don't have either one of those things running, it would crash if I would move the guy. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I completely deleted it. I completely deleted Photoshop and Rebelle. I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, what in the fresh hell is happening? But I'm like, whatever. It's fine. We're fine. This is fine. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure. I set up. Hi, Olivia. We're seeing how my ping tuber thingamajig thing guy person alien how this works. I was having some problems with it yesterday where every time I tried to change the size of it or where it was positioned, it would completely crash the program that it uses to like run the stream. So that sucked. And I'm like, well, I want to figure out how to make it work because I am an anxious person. I am an antisocial person. Like, yeah, you're all my friends, but there's gonna be times that I don't want to be on camera. You know, like, you feel me? So I'm like, so I wanted to figure out how to still get this to work. Like, for the times that I don't want to be on camera. And then I figured, okay, well, the software that I use, like whether it's Photoshop or Rebelle or whatever, is going to take up a lot of computer resources. So if the thing that makes this thing talk is going to have lag or anything, it's going to be when I'm doing this. So I thought, like, this will be a good test. Hi, Topaz. How's it going? I love that your kitty is with you. You have your kitty back with you. He's so nice. Just a little fuzzy friend. That's got to be very exciting. But yeah, so this is an experiment today to see how this thing works. If it starts lagging, I won't be surprised. Because even when I've been testing it, there's times it's like hit or miss. Sometimes it gets really delayed when it talks and then resolves itself. And I'm like, I don't understand the logic of this, but whatever. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Lisa, yes, Topaz's kitty is a little black kitty too. Yeah. Also, I set up Windows Media Player because the I don't have like Logic Unknown, yeah. I don't have like a full album's worth of new music yet, but like so this drawing is going to be like the cover for it, more or less. So I do have music I can play through Windows Media Player. And hopefully it'll come through okay. We'll find out. You'll have to tell me if you can hear this. And if that's too loud. For me, it's a little loud. You hear it? Okay, cool. Yay! It's all This is all a big experiment, I feel like. But yeah. Is anybody doing anything fun today? I'm doing nothing other than this. Other than hanging out with you lovely people. Oh, and I remembered something else too before I started. So I took the layers and I renamed them. And I combined the shapes that make up Randall together. Because I figure with the style I'm going with, I'm not gonna need to edit the individual layers of him. But we have, like, that'll be the title kind of roughly there. And then that's where we started with the sketch. But what I remembered as I was naming the layers is that this program, Rebelle, has something Photoshop does not, and that is you can load reference images into it, which is really nice. So what I have is I saved random images of different alien planets because I was like, I got nothing. I'm uninspired. Like, I need some ideas. So that's kind of neat, like, that this software lets you do that. And you can even, like, eyedrop colors and stuff right from it if you wanted. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Olivia. I love that for you, Topaz. Yeah, I feel that, Lisa. I can't remember the last time I went to a barbecue, frankly, but I would love to have some grilled food. Oh, that's cool, Topaz. Hello, Topaz's niece. Hello. Another one I could add into here. These are all just like random pictures of things, the style I like, but like this kind of layout was like kind of the original inspiration of this. And I'm not sure who the artist is. I want to say it's Mobius, but I know it's not. It's somebody else. But there's a lot of really good, like, 1970s sci-fi art Tumblr accounts with this kind of stuff that I live for it. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're starting. And I'll also be real, I'm pretty sleepy at the moment. As I mean, I kind of always am anyway, so I don't necessarily know how chatty I'm gonna be. Also, because I, like, really get in the zone when I do this kind of stuff, but... yeah. There you go. Right? Let's see, I gotta move my keyboard out of the way a little bit. It's kind of tricky using this thing. Okay, because I have my tablet is huge, and so I literally have to push my keyboard under my screen to use the tablet. And so by the same token, like, anybody who's comfortable with shortcuts and stuff on any art program knows, like, you kind of need your keyboard out for that. So instead, here is my, like, Laura kind of laughs because I'm always, like, hyping up buying random products that make my life easier. I'm telling you, Stream Decks, you can program them to do anything, including all the shortcuts for all the art software. So I'm like, man, I used to use a Razor. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Shoot. It's like a separate keypad thing that you use that's kind of set up for, like, left-handed preference. Oh yeah, Lisa. Okay, so last week, here's my example. Last week, my work had me set up for the first time ever, box packing logic for, like, all of the products that we sell. And so up until that point, it had the logic of, like, here's what this product in total by itself weighs in the box with all the packing supplies, but never, like, separately what those things were, or like how they can be, like if somebody orders like different kinds of art frames, or multiple things, multiple different frames, multiple posters. It had no logic of how to do that. And so it's like, okay, bet. Like, so I had to set up macros for all those things, and I did it on the Stream Deck. So I literally had to open up the product, like click edit, and then push one button. Like, dude, holy balls. That made my life so much easier. Yeah. So like that alone, highly recommend it. That alone. Because I used to use this, this Razor one, which is similar. It looks like more like a number keypad kind of a thing, but I couldn't program nearly as many things into that. So I was like, I was shooketh. I was like, what? I can add how many lines into this? This is nuts. You know? Yeah, because like, we've had other times over the years where we did things where like, we changed the packaging, or like, we changed, I don't know what. Yeah, like you can have it literally do, I feel like I should bring it up. Here, hang on. Let me see here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. I know this is kind of small because my screen is huge, but this is like the one I'm on now. Like, so quickly switched between, like, to make the brush smaller, bigger, eyedropper tool, because normally all these things you need the keyboard out for. So it's like, let me see if I can, you know, so this is me like editing all the values, and so it's like automatically tabbing through, automatically changing each field. Yeah, like freaking nuts, dude. I'm like, dude, I've had to go through and edit these products so many times over the years, and I don't remember the limit of how many things that the Razor would let you program in, but it was nowhere near that. So I was like, damn, that was worth, and it was on sale. I was watching it for a long time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still kind of pricey. For Olivia, please. I was like, damn, okay, I'm sold all over again. Bet. Alright. Can you imagine though? Because then it had me thinking like, but that'll, okay, because like the way the products are set up on my work's website, this is like way more detailed than you need to know, but I both ramble when I'm tired and when my Ritalin kicks in, so I'm a rambler. Sorry in advance. But it's like there's 903 or whatever different posters we sell. And of each of those, there's 4 types within it. Of like, one is a poster, and then 3 different kinds of frames. So it's like you start multiplying and doing the math, and it's a lot. And so I've had many times over many years where it's like, oh, we're changing, yeah. Oh, same. I'm a rambler. It's like, we have changed the packaging so many times over the years where I had to go through and manually edit all the things. Good lord. It's like, okay, well, here goes the next, like, week and a half of, like, this is all I'm doing for work. At, like, monotonous, like, and having narcolepsy on top of it, hi. And ADHD. It's like, hi, I am bored out of my mind. So, like, being able to do it with those macros, I had the whole thing done in, like, a single day. I was floored. I was like, just this alone made buying this Stream Deck worth it. like, for how much easier it made my life just for that one thing. So, like, yeah, even for tasks, like, if you ever have to program things like that, it is worth it for that alone. Like, holy crap. So now it has me thinking, like, what else could I use it for? I'm sure I'll come up with other things, but I'm like, damn, dude. You know, because you can, yeah, you can record steps like that in Photoshop, which kind of really only makes sense if you're doing, like, the same things in the same files repeatedly. Like, so I have to make, like, not really stock. Okay, so I take, like, stock photos of rooms, and then I have to, like, edit the posters into it. So it's like, oh, like, you know, when you're on, like, Amazon or something, and it's like, oh, here's an image of it, like, on the wall in a living room, so you get an idea of, like, how big this is in reality, kind of a thing. And so I have made so many of those, like, thousands and thousands of times, like, a year, literally, that it has me like, okay, I can do that with Photoshop actions, but now it has me like, what else could I do with the Stream Deck that might make it go even faster? Because after that point, I have to take all of them, and then I have to make them into different sizes for, like Amazon has a certain size requirement for their images. And, like, Target has their own, and, like, Wayfair has their own, and it's like, it gets old and tedious so fast. So yeah, it just kind of has me thinking, you know. But yeah, I love this software. It's called Rebelle. And I can't remember offhand what it costs. I believe it's less than $200. But, like, it is IMO worth every penny, because it's so much nicer than Photoshop. Like, on every level you can imagine. And, like, all the different art materials will blend and mix like the real thing would. Yeah, you should ask him. I think their website is like escapemotions.com or something like that. Also, how good is my mic? Can you hear that the phone is ringing in this house? Oh, spicy girl. What are you growling about? Did you hear Spice? I think that's the first time she's really barked when I've been streaming. Oh my gosh, really? Well, that's very interesting. The dog next door is very upset about something. And Spice, it's really funny because Spice, when Muddy is not home, she's very chill. But when Muddy is home, she gets very protective. And there's like certain dogs that when they walk by, she loses her mind. And other dogs, she no reaction at all. Yeah, she is like that. It's just really funny because, like, when I'm the only one home, it's very rare that she reacts, if ever. Part of me kind of wants to play around with making a plant. Let's look at some of these. A lot of these kind of look to me like stuff you'd find in like aquarium decor. You know? stylized alien plants collection. That is pixelated to hell. It's also crazy now, like, doing any Google image search, how much of it is AI. Not saying this is AI, I don't know if this one is AI, but just like the results, I was like, this is crazy. I don't know, maybe any of these are AI too. Yeah, and the fact that it's getting harder to tell what is AI is also crazy. The machines are getting better. I feel like... Okay, I was thinking like there's gonna be something coming out of this that's like glowy later. Now the question is like what color, and I'm kind of thinking something that's gonna be pink. 90s machines, they weren't that different. I mean, we didn't have AI or any of that. That's what you mean. Let's see, maybe I'll like kind of... I have mushrooms on my brain. No, that's too similar. You know what might be kind of funny is some kind of plant that's covered in eyes. Or something that looks like eyes. You know what's kind of weird is like a cactus. Like... And then maybe it's like some kind of flowers on it. Yeah, he's sitting on an alien planet. Oh yeah, isn't that weird? I've started seeing ads like that on YouTube. And it's really freaking weird. Yeah. And it's like, you have to really look really closely at the video before you realize, like, that's not a real person talking. It's like a still photo that the AI is making blink and moving the mouth, and even certain words they say will not be pronounced right. I keep seeing one for, like, I feel like it's stock trading or some nonsense like that, because the guy says, and I always skip, it's like I have it up on my phone while I'm working, kind of a thing, that's something to listen to, and the guy will be like, instead of saying I live stream all my trades, he says I live stream all my trades, and I'm like, this is AI. It makes me insane. I hate it. Like, no. And it's also sad. It's like, who's falling for this, you know? Just wild. So yesterday we were talking about how, like, how much beef I had with, like, art teachers over the years, because I always just make it up as I go. Like, I have a rough concept of what I'm gonna draw, but, like, a lot of it I just make up on the fly based on how I'm feeling. So I'll, like, go over things over and over and over and over and over. And slowly I'll add detail, but it's like, I will spend just stupid amounts of time. But that's kind of fun for me too, so it's like, whatever. I enjoy the process. Yeah. That's so real, Olivia. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's fair to say, like, she had a hard time realizing what was real, and she was mistaking AI as being real. Pretty much. If that wording makes sense. And that's what's kind of scary. Like, don't get me wrong, I like AI. I like a lot of the things it's able to do so far. But a lot of people, it's come about so fast that a lot of people just don't have any ability to be able to recognize what is AI. You know? Which to me is kind of wild, but you know, I'm a visual person anyways, so to me it's easy to pick up on. Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. Another one I keep seeing a lot are like these ads where it's like, you can buy this robot dog, and it's like, that one is not a robot, two, it's AI of a puppy, and even like 5 seconds later the shape of it has completely changed. Who is falling for this? You know? It's like, it makes me fear humanity. We'll put it that, yeah, old people. Boomers. Yes. Well, doesn't that mean, Olivia, that they targeted you pretty well because, like, you love Christmas? I mean, yeah, they probably would. But Muddy doesn't. Muddy can recognize it. Or wait, no, she's Silent Generation now that I say that. Yeah. Yeah, but it is scary how many baby boomers fall for, like, even compared to their own parents, too. How many baby boomers are falling for AI and, like, the phone scams and stuff? It just seems to be, like, more in their generation. Who knows? Maybe it's not more, but it's just like I'm noticing it. Yeah, totally. A lot of people are doing that, Olivia. Which to me is wild. Okay, right before I started, actually, Muddy was saying to me, hey, why my computer's running really slow. All of a sudden, could you take a look at it for me sometime? I was like, well, I got time right now. Let's just look at it. And yeah, like, she barely had anything running, so it didn't make sense. And then I clicked, like, the start button, and then it says that it had just installed Windows Copilot, which is AI, and I'm like, absolutely not. Googling, like, not only is this getting gone, we're gonna remove it from the Windows registry, because, like, it doesn't make sense for I think most people still at this point. Like, how do you have so much stuff that you need AI in Windows? Maybe that's just me. And it's also like, when I click the start button, I don't need it suggesting news articles and the weather and, like, you know, it's like, I would Google that if I wanted to see it. I don't need Windows telling me. Oh, Age of Empires. Yeah, God, doesn't it get you heated, Lisa? God, it just really grinds my gears. Super, super bad. Super bad. Let's see, that's the sketch layer. I'm gonna reuse the sketch layer. I don't think this is gonna be red. Let's just, like, start with a color. We'll just start with a color on this and feel it out, because I know I'm gonna paint over it anyway. This ugly ass orange. Yeah, it's just wild though. Plus, like, okay, have you guys seen in the news that Microsoft I don't know if they outright bought it, but they just restarted the nuclear plant at 3 Mile Island for the sole purpose of running Microsoft AI. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what? Like, there are reasons we shut that down. Like, and no, I don't know what other answer there is here. But you have not heard that. Yeah, like they just, I don't know if they already turned it on or they're about to. But I'm like, that's crazy. What? Like, just for running AI. Like, Windows Copilot, literally. I'm like, okay. I guess. Like, to me, it's just an annoyance. Like, I have yet to hear anybody who wants it. Yeah. Right? That's kind of different. Oh my god, hi! Fancy meeting you here. Oh, what were you doing outside? Oh, that's so cute. I was kind of debating putting eyes on a plant, and maybe this one. You know, since this is an alien planet and everything. Okay, I'm also so dumb because before I started stream, I renamed all the layers that weren't named. And then I also realized that I had been saving the file still as a Photoshop file, and that's why it was taking so long to save every time. So I converted it back to this program's file format, and it's like, now it's fine. Now it's saving instantly. Please explain. I know, right? I was like, good lord, dude. I love that you're yapping with your neighbors, though. The last time I yapped with a neighbor was when Peter trapped me outside for over an hour, I think it was, and he was telling us about when he lived in Florida in his 20s and he wrestled alligators. And I'm just standing there like, cool story, bro. Like, what? I guess that's what one does when you live in Florida, but okay. I would never. Absolutely not. Yeah. It had me questioning a lot of things. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's kind of crazy with this same neighbor because he moved in when neither of his parents were doing well, and they were both like at least in their 90s, I think. And we didn't find out that his dad had even passed away until like more than a month later. And that, by we, I mean like literally everybody in the neighborhood, like nobody knew. And it was just like one day he's like, oh, by the way. You know, it's like, oh, you know. And it was the same thing with his mom. It when his mom passed, it was multiple months before he told anyone. And I'm like, yeah, I get like grieving and everything, but like, dude, like that's kind of wild to me. I don't know. Yeah. And also when he was telling us this random tale about alligators or crocodiles, whatever. He's like, oh, by the way, I had a stroke 3 months ago. Like, I mean, that would have been cool to know sooner. Like, what if something happened to you again and, like, nobody knew? Like, you know? Yeah. It's just funny, but I also get it at the same time. It's not like he's a private person, but just, you know, some of the different side effects people can have with that, like, you know, I can get it, it's hard, and maybe he was feeling like some type of way, like he didn't want to share that with people. But I'm glad he did, because it's like, well, now if I don't see him outside, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna wonder. But I'm like, that's wild. How does a cat almost accidentally, do a Mordor? Oh, okay. That does make a bit more sense. You know. I did order this morning a different, like, stand thing for my webcam. My second webcam, I'll put it that way, because I have two, because I'm extra, I guess. And I've had two webcams for a long while. But yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, we could have a camera on Spice. We could have the Spice cam. But today I was like, oh, but neither of these webcams can, like, really rotate, like pivot right or left. So I'm like, I was, like, very precariously balancing it on my monitor in different ways, and then I was like, knowing how clumsy I am, this should not be how this is. I should get, like, an actual thing for it, you know? Yeah, pivot. I haven't watched anything of Friends in a long time. Like, I do remember funny things about that show. Even when it was on air, I don't ever remember being, like, that into it, but I knew a lot of people into it, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that was a huge show of its time. For sure. This once again has me thinking of, like, I don't know how Laura can have any patience doing, like, actual paint on an actual canvas and, like, waiting for things to dry. Like, I am so impatient. Another thing I do, like, if this was Photoshop, I would often, like, use the selection tool and, like, grab this whole plant and, like, completely change the color, like, shift it. Because it's like, well, shoot, you know? Yeah, I bet it's easy. I've done that with, like, The Office, like, periodically over the years. It's kind of funny, too, like, watching those shows, like, years later. And, like, obviously they're a product of its time, but, like, you know how there'll be things in certain episodes and you're like, well, this would not pass on TV these days. Like, but they're still funny, you know? Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, other shows I've seen like that lately. Like, obviously all the reruns, but, like, you expect that more from a rerun. Oh, you know what's really cringe? Okay, like, yeah, the original Star Trek, for sure. But the Next Generation is so violently, like, late 1980s cringe. Oh my lord. Yeah. I still haven't watched any of the remake of Ranma 1/2, by the way, Olivia. And I still haven't seen any of Dragon Ball Daima. But yeah, I'm the type of person where, like, I will wait for the entire show or the entire season, whatever it may be, to be out, and then I will sub for, like, a month. Like, get that free month or whatever it is, and I will binge watch it in, like, 2 days or whatever. Like, I'm like, I have ADHD, I don't have time. Like, I'm not gonna remember. If I have to wait and only watch this once a week, forget it. Absolutely not. Ain't no way. Oh, it is saving. That is a nice feature when it auto-saves. Man, when Photoshop also finally added that, good God. Like, thank you. Okay, right? And then, like, having to wait for the freaking time it was on TV too. Like, I remember, this is so specific, I remember getting up before school. I'm trying to think how old I was, probably like Olivia's age or Avery's age. So between like 12 and 15, let's say. I remember waking up ungodly early, like 5 a.m. or whatever, because that's when Dragon Ball Z was on. And then I'd like rush home from school because, like, if I didn't rush home fast enough from junior high school because I had to walk, holy crap, I'm gonna miss that episode of Dragon Ball Z. And that show is terrible. It's always been terrible. Let's just be real. The amount of filler that they added, because, see, I love when people say how terrible that show is, because it's like, yeah, it is terrible. And the reason why it's terrible is because they were animating it faster than Akira Toriyama was drawing it. And so they had to start adding all this filler to it to fill up the time. So it's like, okay, Goku's gonna fight Frieza, and he's literally screaming for 20 minutes per episode across like 5 episodes, powering up, because they don't know what's gonna happen because he hasn't drawn it yet. You know? God, the driving episode is the only filler episode I'm okay with. That is the only one. Because it's comedy gold. Comedy gold. It's like Goku wearing a Fred Flintstone shirt, and then Piccolo's wearing like that yellow shirt with the purple letters. Yeah! That's exactly what I was about to say. And it's like, why does his shirt say Post Boy? Like, what does that mean? I don't understand. But that was like such quality filler because it was unhinged. That's looking pretty. You see, it's funny because it's gonna be like so small in reality that it's like, none of this matters. I'm just vibing. Let's see. I think it needs like something like this. Kind of down here. I don't know what. Okay, yeah. But it's funny because people will be like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z is terrible because all they do is scream and power up. And it's like, yeah, because The animators legitimately didn't know what would happen because he hadn't drawn it yet. It hadn't been published yet. When it came out, it was like a chapter every week would get published. You know, kind of a thing. So I just think that's funny as hell. It's bad. I don't know why you'd want to watch it. Even the original Dragon Ball has the same problem. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, Dragon Ball is my favorite thing probably in this world because it inspired me growing up. Like, a lot of my art and the style of my art really inspired me a lot. Just because there's a lot of filler. But, like, for nostalgia reasons, it's still good. You know? Like, I personally get more enjoyment out of rereading all the comics of it than I do from watching the show. Like, I really don't get an enjoyment out of the show itself, personally. But, you know, everybody has their own taste with that. It's been so many years since I watched Ranma that I don't even remember any of that. I feel like I'm gonna start drawing another plant because I don't know where to go with this one yet, and all the lighting on these is gonna change anyway. Because one thing I think of with alien plants is that some of them will probably be glowing. Let's see. Let's just start with a random. Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna have like something here. Let's look at some of these again, because I got nothing. I have no ideas. See, like, these are neat. This is kind of in my head for, like, this kind of thing. These look like when strawberries or tomatoes go bad. I do think it's funny when I was Googling this for ideas, like how many of them were mushrooms. So I was like, that's funny, a lot of people have the same thing in mind that I do, that mushrooms are just kind of alien. Maybe something kind of like... Oh, thank you. I love you so much. Oh my god. I think I'll let these songs play one more time and then I'll play off Spotify. Just because I'm noticing this is the song that it started with. Yeah, so these were the songs I've made, like, so far related to this, like, album cover. But I still could fit, like, probably another half hour of stuff on there. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just kind of vibing it out still. But, you know, I've been naming everything after alien and space stuff, so. And I have to put my boy on there. Wait, how can you understand Namek? I didn't think anybody had ever, like... Oh! Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Now, I don't remember in, like, English Dragon Ball that they ever showed what it sounded like. but in like Japanese, when they would show them the Namekians speaking in that language, it literally sounds like they're speaking like some Eastern European language or Russian. And I was always like, that's not what I imagined, but okay, sure. Yeah, because he just wants to keep fighting because he's crazy. You know, that's Goku for you. He was hit on the head, and he still doesn't think too clearly about the ramifications of what he does. Yup. Guys, I've been craving Wendy's for days. It's a problem. I know, isn't it? What is it? Let me see. Oh no, the battery in my thermometer died. Okay, well, the one on the other wall says it's 70, and I know that's a lie. Because I know the one on the wall is measuring the wall. It's not too great, but it's my clock, so what can you do, you know? It feels like it's 82 to me, but I'm always overheated, so. Let's see. Oh, those are the flowers. All right, I'll draw on that layer. Let's see. No, it's... The people diagonal to you are getting both of those huge trees cut down. Oh, entertainment. Let's go. I bet Malachi's gonna be hype about that. You know, it's funny. I know I said this yesterday, but like, I basically just use the same brush. It's rare that I change brushes in this program. Is that because I'm acoustic, do you think? I just like what I like. I don't like change, you guys. I'm set in my ways. Okay, right though. See, by comparison, Photoshop is annoying, because in that I change brushes constantly, because none of them feel right by comparison. This feels like it needs to be like something ugly. And I don't know what. Like, man, now I want
has
coffee.
been detected in the mainframe. Welcome.
Oh,
A new
hello,
friend just
Gozel. Welcome, first time chatter. How's your day going, Gozel? How's your weekend? Have you been able to enjoy it? What have you been up to? Oh, good. This is all I've been up to. Because I'm lazy and I don't do anything. Yeah! Yeah, congrats again on that. That's amazing. That has to feel so good. So exciting. Good, you should keep saying it. Gozel deserves all the praise for all that hard work. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I would imagine it must feel pretty surreal too at times. I still haven't figured out a better category to be in than this one. This art, which seems like so vague, but whatever. Oh my god, for real. Yeah, that's crazy too. Yeah, I know what you mean though. There's people I went to high school with whose kids have already graduated high school, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, one friend of mine, and this has to be like a year or two ago now, she posted it on Facebook, and I'm like, I remember sitting next to you on the bus in kindergarten. What is time? How do you have a child who's already graduated? Let me just feel my bones crumble to dust. It's fine. Like, what? But yeah, it is crazy. Like, to me, like, I still feel like Olivia was born like a year ago. Obviously she wasn't. Olivia is, what, you're 14, aren't you? But in my memory, I'm like, I still remember when she was born and just a little potato, a little whisper. She was just a little whisper, and I was reading her stories as a fresh newborn. Yeah. I knew it was this year. It is crazy how fast time goes by. Yeah, so this is what we're working on. I'm hyper focusing on these alien flowers. How? What is time? See, I'm at the point, like, where I have to stop and be like, oh wait, I'm 41? Because I've had people over the years say to me, like, oh yeah, once you hit 40, like, the numbers start getting weird, and I'm like, ha ha ha, and I'm like, oh my god, is it true? Yeah, that's so exciting, Olivia. But yeah, it's like, what is time? It's just crazy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's so many times Laura and I will say to each other, like, how are we the adults? We need an adult who is, like, more adult than we are adults to make decisions. Because it's like, what do you mean this is on us now? No, that's not right. Okay, yeah. Like, actually, yeah. Actually. That's so funny. Yeah. And there's like still part of my brain that thinks, like, when I see somebody who's taller than me, which is like most people, because I'm 5'3", I'll be like, oh, they're older than me because they're taller than me, and I'm like, that logic makes no sense. But here we are. That's my brain. You know? Yeah, time is weird. Let's see. We need to do something. Maybe it's this one. That is better. Okay, yeah, I'm glad it's just me. I'm always relieved when people say that. Because I'm like, why is my brain this way? Like, it even goes the same for people I've worked with forever. There's people, like, even though I know people I work with, there'll be ones that are, like, 15 years younger than me, and in my head, I'm like, they're older because they're over 6 feet tall. What? Cool. Cool how that works. See, the two things I really zone out on when I draw are random plants as well as making clouds. Like, if I had an ideal dream job, it would be like, just let me draw clouds. Because that I really will fixate on for a long time. Okay, yeah. It's the same logic. It's the same logic because I'm like, what do you mean he's 10 years younger than me? He's like, I know he's not a full foot taller than me, but he's really tall compared to me, I feel like. You know? Yep. Let's see. Like, none of this is done. Like, none of anything in here is remotely done. Like, this is still, like, we're gonna be dinking around for so long. But part of me really kind of wants to put eyes on this plant. Let me see. Maybe? No, this is not. I screw around for a really long time when I make things before it really starts to come together. Let's just kind of like roughly figure this out. No. It is nowhere near. Okay, I'm gonna ask again. Can you hear the phone ringing? Because I'm curious to, like, how sensitive this mic is or not. You can't! Okay. I didn't believe you the first time. Now I do. Let's see. So they're gonna be kind of like... Because what's creepier than, like, eyes on a plant? Just conceptually, this makes sense to me. No. Yes. Laura, I know you're sitting there right now like, yes, this directly appeals to my special interest. Ah, thanks, Guzzle. It's my music. I haven't released this music yet, but it's gonna go with this. This is gonna be the cover for it. I hope you enjoy your lurk and the rest of your day. If I don't see you, thank you for stopping by. Yes, it is on. I do have music on Spotify. It's under the same name that I use on Twitch, Jennii Galaxy. So, yeah, it's all like retro. Oh, thanks, Laura. I forgot we had that. But yeah, it's all retro kind of sci-fi stuff. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for coming. I did. I took lessons from the time I was 3. Yeah. I did. And I hated every minute of it, but now I appreciate that I had lessons today. At the time, it was the bane of my existence. But yeah, I started lessons when I was 3, which is crazy. And that was Yamaha Music School, where it's like a bunch of... Just picture it. Frickin' 3-year-olds playing keyboards on the floor together. Frickin' like hot cross buns. Ugh. Nobody in time. Yeah, and then like, I don't know how old I was when I started the private lessons, but I had private lessons up until some point in high school. Yeah, it was hell. Like, I still remember it. And you know, like I said, I was literally 3, and even at 3, I had embarrassment. So like, what is that? You know? I wonder... That was like the worst. That was the worst for me, because not necessarily the Swedish Institute itself, but the fact that I had to wear a dress, and I had to dress nice, and I had to have like, mom would curl my hair, and all like the hairspray smell. Olivia, this is an English only chat. Thank you. Because it was like a performance at the Swedish Institute. 1920s? It wasn't 1920s. I don't know, like, that place was probably built in, what, the 1800s something? I would assume. I might be wrong. I just know it was old. But yeah, I hated it because it was sensory hell. Well, and oh, 1920s style? No, it's like... I would say the Swedish Institute is probably like early 1900s, Victorian almost. Maybe. I don't think my dresses were 90s style. They were just like extra. Yeah, extra sensory hell. But yeah, I didn't like taking lessons for piano. I think I would have liked it more if I had been able to choose what music it was that I was playing and learning, but, you know, I don't know what that looks like, also. Because, like, what else do you really learn other than classical music, probably, but... Yeah, like, the one thing I can say that was good, that, like, has paid off now, is I remember having to play all the like arpeggios until the point where like I thought my brain was like bleeding out of my ears. Like I hated that so much. And I did learn how to improvise, which is basically like if you're making your own music like this, that's really all it is. Because the beat really doesn't change much. Conceptually, I like the eyes on this. I like where this is going. God, I wonder if like, do you guys think Wendy's is open today? Now my fat ass sitting here still thinking about french fries. Like, okay, good. Like, shoot, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll always go for fries. Oh, really? Yeah, who was it that told us about that? I keep randomly remembering the eggs in the air fryer. But I was too scared to do it, to try it. Yeah, somebody a few weeks ago, I feel like, was mentioning that in some chat. But I don't remember who. Yeah. And we were like, you do what? So, like, how did they... Oh, yeah, pasta. Yeah. So how did they turn out? Did they, like... Because in my brain, I kept thinking of them exploding. And I was like, They're undercooked. Okay. How long did you put them in for? I'm curious. Like, we have an air fryer, but we never use it, I swear. Oh, yeah. That could be. I say as I know absolutely nothing about how air fryers function. I like doing the thing where you put them in a cup in the microwave. So it's like a little soft-boiled. That's pretty good. Sounds good, Olivia. Let's see. Yeah, they scare me too. Hi, Spice. Spice, soon we're gonna have you on a camera, so everybody on the internet can see how cute you are. Since everybody on the internet already knows you dance in front of the microwave like a crazy dog. Yeah, I know, and I've been seeing people talking about, like, TikToks showing them blowing up and stuff. Like, actually, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't like the sound of that. And part of me is like, okay, good. Okay. I did wonder, because I know you know this, but, like, you know I avoid TikTok, because I get sucked into the dopamine fix. I suppose maybe it could be even like the same kind of fears people would have had like when microwaves first came out, just because it's new, you know. Although microwaves can do some crazy stuff. Yeah, I would hope so. Time to hyperfixate on these frickin' eyes, man. I know, that's like my luck too, though, is the thing. Laura's like, oh no, Lisa, little did you know that I sit directly on my air fryer like I'm a hen waiting for my eggs to hatch. They were too scared to use it too? Oh, that's just silly. That's funny. But yeah, also like I get it, 'cause same. Very, very same. Yeah. I can see that too. I keep thinking about wanting to get a rice cooker. Because I want to make nicer rice. Rice that I normally wouldn't have time or interest in standing around a stove for, you know? That would be kind of nice. Me in the comments, wow, this is oddly targeted to someone. Welcome back, Olivia. See, I have the sense of humor where I'm like, if I see content that's too oddly specific, or it's like, it can be someone just like progressively zooming into something more, I will be crying. Absolutely crying. I have a very simple sense of humor. Olivia, what? These are the bases of eyeballs. We are nowhere near. We are slowly layering up. Uh-oh! 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 Oh! Uh-oh! Oh no! Uh-oh! Oh! Oh no! Uh-oh! Oops-a-daisy! Oops! Oops-a-doodle! Uh-oh! Not the- come here, Olivia! Oh, you go and have a talk with your mom. Watch out. Oh. sweet summer child, what are you saying? God damn. Oh, I was like, ain't no way. I hope that's not what she meant. Ain't no way. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Olivia, please. Oh, God. That's funny. I keep forgetting there's another eye way down here. God damn. Olivia, please. Please. Oh, incredible. Now I think I might focus on one eye for a while. Let's do like one crazy eye. Yeah. God, that was funny. I'm glad you clarified because I was sitting here like, that was funny. Olivia, you're perfect. You're perfect. Thank you. Perfect. You're perfect. Yep. This is too low, this number. Yeah, it is cool, like, how many more variables this has than Photoshop. Photoshop would be, like, the size. That's it. This, you can say how much paint you're loading onto it, and then how oily it is. So, like, how blendable it is. Like, Photoshop can only dream of having such variables. I don't think I've ever seen that. Wasn't that like an offshoot of the Shrek character? I know I never saw that. Yeah. I love that. That's great. Me sitting here, my brain was short-circuiting. I'm so glad you clarified. God. See how it's like raising the paint level? That's because of like the oil level that I cranked up. Yeah. This program is my favorite. It's just so cool. Thank you. Nothing like making a plant with eyes. You know, just a regular Monday. Just a casual Monday, making a nightmare. Welcome. Let's see. I do. It's like we're related or something. Almost. Wow. Let's see, this is not quite... Is this what I want? Yes. Amazing. I don't think this song I've even given a name to yet. No. Beep Bop Skidoo. Remind me of that later. I'll name it Beep Bop Skidoo just for you. Some of the songs have really stupid names, as one does. There's one called That Guitar Goes Hard. And then like Randall's Good, thank you. Please DM it to me. There's one called the one called Randall's Funky Moonwalk. Gets in my head. Good. Beep Bop Skidoo. Amazing. Okay, but who is it? I think it's Clowncore is the one that names. Yeah. They name their songs the goofiest things that it gives me life. There's one called... I feel compelled to look this up now. Oh, but my keyboard's under my... Okay, they have one, it's called something like Incomprehensible Suffering of like It's like something... And it is the most chill, like jazz, like easy listening. It's like... Why is that the name you settled on? It's great. I just love when people are just intentionally unhinged with their art. It gives me life. I wonder what color the eye part, like the pupil. I don't know anatomy. Whatever the colored part of the eye is called. Iris, thank you. I knew you would know that. Maybe like... I feel like an orange or a red. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Really? You did? Wow. It's like you know me or something. Amazing. Yes. Incredible. Yeah, that's looking pretty sick. It's gonna be so small. This whole part I'm working on. I forgot about that. But it was cool seeing how you did it, because you did not do it the same way I do. Like, I don't know. Literally everything I draw, I'm pulling it out of my ass and winging it, dude. You know? Like, I'm sure as I was getting a literal degree, as you say, that I probably was taught the correct way you're supposed to draw an eye, but, you know, forget that. Oh no. Oh no, Lisa. Yeah, I think it's a minute also, and it helps if you, like, spray the inside of the cup with like Pam or whatever. Alright, we're just gonna like, oh yeah, then it doesn't explode. Let's see, actually I'm gonna do this on its own layer, in case I super screw this up, which is entirely plausible. Plankton? Good. Perfect. We're gonna add like the shiny parts back in after this. Yeah, it's giving like Plankton's disgusting relative. I'm really good at describing things with words. And by that I mean not at all. Is it because I'm acoustic? Yes. Exactly. Correct. Well, what did you do today? People watched me draw 1% of an image and then try to hide my robot son's lack of an ass. That's what we did. Okay, this is repeating the music again, so I'm gonna put on something else now. Let's stop that. Let's put on Spotify. Okay. Is that loud enough and can you hear it fine? Or is it too loud? It's good, okay. Sweet. Yeah, watch my auntie draw some nonsense. Plankton's diseased relative. God. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why I make... Because when you zoom out, it's like, dang. But, like, when you're in there, like, real close, it's like, look at how sloppy it is. You can be sloppy as hell, because none of it matters. I'm telling you, like, especially if you use a pen tablet, this is the way to go. Because then you also won't get hand cramps if you're really zoomed in. Sloppy... do you have eyeballs? Do you have eyeballs? What do you mean sloppy wear? It's sloppy everywhere. What do you mean? What do you mean sloppy wear? Sloppy wear. Everywhere. That's how I roll. Then we just zoom out and nobody knows any better. That's how we do it. Ooh, that eye's looking a little... It's looking a little diseased or something. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's got you, the egg situation. It's got you feeling some type of way. Yeah, I can understand that. No, Laura, I like all the art you do. I'm sitting there like, you're showing me art and I'm dumbfounded because I'm like, I can't wrap my head around doing that with like real paint or like whatever materials it is you're using, you know? Like, to me, I can't wrap my head around that because it's like, you can't even zoom in. Like, you know? I feel like the pupil should be freaky. Let me think for a second. What if it's like... Okay, give me a second. We're gonna experiment here. You think I know the right order? Please. That's why I do digital art. I have the benefit of layers that I can move around. Yeah, I could see that. That's how I feel too. What if it's like... I can see the pixels. Amazing. Let's see what that does. Wow, nobody's ever gonna see it like that other than you guys. It's gonna be like, here's how it is on the internet. Yep. Such is my life. This is why I have spent like 30 hours drawing some nonsense. And then it's like, oh, nobody's gonna see that. What am I doing with my life? Uh-oh. I regret nothing. You know what would be worse? And I'm not gonna do it because it would look disgusting. Imagine if this thing had eyelashes. You know? They'd be comically large lashes, I feel like the kind of fake lashes you put on a car. Like those car headlight eyelashes. You know what I'm talking about? You want me to do it? Please, no. Okay, we're gonna do a new layer. Because if I hate this, you see that eyeball? There's a tiny little yellow dot that only I knows. Okay, yes, thank you for pinning that. Beautiful, stunning. Okay. Oh my god, what if we go more? What if they're... Oh. Hello. Oh my god. It's... Wow. Oh. Wow. Hello. Is this real life? Oh my good... Who is she? Oh, wow. Who is she? Oh. Nikki Tutorials could only dream of having these lashes. Ooh, I don't like how that one turned out. No. Wow. Hello? Wow. Okay. 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 Yes. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is a woman with power. I hope so. Oh god, it's so small. Yeah, I think you'll be able to see it. I think so. I think so. Wow. What if we make them a little, like a little bit thicker? Just, wow. This changes everything. See, because I'm gonna be like outlining everything too. Like how Randall is here. So it's gonna be like, wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. It is. It's very tedious. I usually do it like right at the end. I've like kind of done a little in other areas, but actually no, I wouldn't say it's tedious. Perfect. Who is she? Okay, but now we have to do this level. Wow. I don't know if I like that. Wait, let's try a different shape. Let's try a different shape on the bottom. Okay, wait. Let's do this. Maybe this will help. If we just kind of go like that. Let's just a little bit, you know. Okay. Wow. Stunning. Stunning. Laura's like, I have arrived. This is my time to shine. Wow. Yes. Okay. Okay. But now. Wow. Who is she? Stunning. That's who she is. And it's so small. Wow. I have the biggest grin on my face right now. I think you should know that. No, but it also has me thinking totally unrelated. Let's see. It's time for me to take my Ritalin. Good thing I recognize. Spicy girl. You don't own the street. You're a dog. That's public property. You don't be barking. Oh, yes. We're doing more. Wait, let me save this. Yes, we are. This is now an eye content stream. Look at how crazy that is. Like, just with that. Look how much that did. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. I am living. I'm really enjoying it. Stop. Is there a category called Only Eyes? because I feel like that would be so perfect. There won't be, but doesn't it make you question, like, how hard is it? How hard would it be? Okay, I'm like thinking ahead of what's coming out of my mouth. Okay, because you could use RPG Maker, make a game. It could be garbage or short, who knows, just to make a game, to list it on Steam, to give it an unhinged name, so the unhinged name gets added to Twitch as a category. Oh my god, imagine. Okay, don't you think that the eyelashes would be, you know how like the teeth are in a Venus flytrap? I feel like that's these eyelashes. You know? Wouldn't it just be? Yes. Thank you. God. Like, these alien bugs are so mesmerized by these stunning lookers that they just get sucked into the beauty of the gaze. And then they get trapped by the eyelashes. That is peak evolution right there. God. Adding eyes to this is the best decision I'm gonna make all week. I can tell you that right now. What did you do today, everyone? We fixated on 1% of a drawing to yesify an alien cactus. Primo entertainment. Right here. Maybe that's why my art teachers didn't like me. They knew I had too much power. They knew. Just imagine. They knew that this is the power that would become. This is the power. Wow. Incredible. See, Laura, you could do this. You could do, like, painting. You could be painting stuff on your stream. Yes, you could. That's very cool, Olivia. I like that. I'm truly just, like, in the zone, mesmerized by these eyes. Good. They're looking good. They're looking good for being almost nightmarish, I suppose. But, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. Right? I just love drawing eyes, but not as much as Laura does, I think. I see what you did there. Yes. Well, you know, we had to add, like, we had to make this more of the alien vibe, you know, so what's more out of this world than sticking a bunch of eyes on a plant, you know? And Laura is living for this eye content. As am I, frankly. LOL. Yeah. Exactly. Hi, Spice. You're so nice. Thank you. I'm just vibing. I am honored to witness this, please. God. I'm living. I know, right? Not me right now, like, I wonder how Sif's day at work went. We need somebody in here who can add and be quick on adding to these puns. God. Damn. I'm really enjoying myself. I don't know. God. This is normally when I type, I'm screaming. This almost seems like it should be up a little, just a skosh, yes. Just a little bit. That was pretty great. I see what you did there. Good God. Wow. I'm living. I'm absolutely living. Let's see. I need to add some of these, like, nasty, shiny bits. Shiny, wrinkly bits around the eyes. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I'm just pulling this out of my ass. Let's be real. A unibrow? I'm sorry. You're suggesting we have like a whole... I hate it. God, and then it's like, what could we could have a plant that looks like a giant pair of like luscious lips. You know? Wow. The possibilities are just delightful. Wow. Just lips. Yeah, just lips. I'm in my head. Here, wait. I'm gonna draw this here, and then I'm gonna, like, in my head, it's like, ooh. Like, ooh. Like, ooh, kissable lips. Kissable lips. Ooh. And then it's like, random bush behind it. You know? Like, it's like puckered a little bit. Oh my gosh. I would cry. He does not need a ponytail. But just imagine. Oh. We're gonna have to think of, like, what other deranged things can we do with the plants? You know? That did not pick up the color I wanted it to. There we go. Spice's face? I wouldn't do that to Spice. I wouldn't do that to her. We already have songs making fun of her on the internet. I think that was enough bullying. Hi, Spice. She's like, I hear you speaking of me, and I have arrived to look out the window. She's so nice. But it's also gonna be funny when I have, like, the camera on Spice. Because I know I tell you guys, like, she truly just lays here 90% of the time, and she just chills. And then when people come over, she's crazy. But, like, I think if you can actually see it, you're gonna think it's really funny. That is all she does. Oh my god, tell the chat. Tell chat, Olivia, about that bird from yesterday. That delightful... Wait, Olivia, you didn't see the bird, did you? Yeah, that bird. Those two birds. God, Laura, are you scarred for life or what? I would be a little shook. Yeah, I know they were two different birds. I didn't specify which bird because I wanted to see how Olivia would describe it. Wait! Were they two different types of birds, though? That's my question. Because what if they were the same species? If they're the same species, then how do you know? They were two different species? Or the same? Okay, good. Otherwise, I'd be like, Oh. You know where my mind immediately went, though, when you said that you saw that? Was I thought of blue jays. Don't blue jays do, like, vicious stuff like that? Or am I imagining that? I know that they go after, like, other birds' nests and they'll, like, eat the eggs, I think. man, I'm living. See, that's wild. I know here you're not supposed to let your cats outside like that, but people still do, obviously. Oh, yeah. This needs to be like something. No, I don't like that. Undo that. I don't like that. See, you can undo if it's real paint. This is why I make digital art, man. Plus, like, I don't know how that works. Like, how you have the patience to wait for it to dry would just send me. I would not. You can if it's oil. Oh, you mean like how you scrape it off or whatever? I don't even remember how long oil takes to dry. But I'm pretty... Isn't it like weeks? Oh no, do they really? Oh, sad. Yeah. Yeah, I like acrylic too, and I like, I'm trying to think. I guess the paint pens are also acrylic, probably. But I like getting those, like, you know, just really cheap fake plants from Target, and then, like, because they almost always have just a plain white, like, pot that they're sitting in, and then I like taking paint markers and doodling on them. And those acrylic paint markers are nice because they dry really fast. That's so interesting. I never knew that they would get sad. That I mean, it makes sense. But now I feel bad. Oh. Plus, isn't it kind of a thing where it's like, the cat's like, hi, I think you're a moron and you can't fend for yourself, so I brought you something to eat? Like... Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, I love that. I miss having a cat. Cats are just so nice. Really, a lot of it is I miss having a cat to take a nap with. That was, like, so ideal. And, like, don't get me wrong, I can nap with Spice, but she also likes to kick me after a certain point. It'll be, like, an hour tops, and she'll start kicking me to get me out of the bed, and I'm like, why can't you just be chill and cuddle? It's so funny. Oh, a granola bar is so cute. Yeah, that's exactly how Spice kicks me. She rabbit kicks me. And the other thing that's funny that she'll do is she'll turn until she's, like, perfectly positioned, and then she'll rabbit kick me, but it's in my boob. And I'm like, that is so diabolical that you calculated that exact. Because you knew that would make me move. Yeah. She's lucky she's so cute, because I can't get upset at her. Yeah, she is. I think the last time she was at the vet, like, as far as dogs go, she's pretty average, like, height-wise, but she's 60 pounds. Like, she's a little chunky. She's got a good little chunk on her. Yeah, she really is. And it's hard, because she's cute, and she knows how to work those eyes. She knows how to lay on the charm, and she knows how to guilt you. And it's funny, because, like, Muddy is hard of hearing, you know? She has hearing aids. And even with her hearing aids, I have to stand close enough to her in the kitchen. She's usually, like, sitting at the table in the kitchen, like, reading usually, or playing games. And so I have to stand close enough to her for her to hear me, because also, right next to there is her oxygen condenser machine, which is loud. But also right in that same spot where I would stand is the cupboard where Spice's you-know-whats are. TREATS's. Me side-eyeing her like, today's gonna be the day she's gonna learn how to spell. She's gonna know what I'm saying. So it's like if I'm standing there trying to tell Muddy something, and Spice will be like, oh hey, fancy running into you here in this specific location. I'm going to butter you up. God. It's hard. I keep forgetting there's another eye down here too. I do like how it adds all this, like, texturing effect, like how real paint would do. I think that's really cool. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. I'll be real, when I take pictures of Spice, I say her trigger words. Because she tilts her head and she looks cuter. So I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, squirrel, peanut butter? Do you want to have a peanut butter bone? You know? And I'm like, thank you, perfect shot. And now I feel bad, so I have to give you treats. Because you're so nice. Right? I like how this is turning out. Look at how small it is, though. Look at how small the area is we've been doing. I regret nothing. God, I could make so many streams out of this for how slow I do this. Incredible. I regret nothing. Amazing. I suppose I should draw more of how we'll have these eyes looking around. Maybe this one could be like looking down. Maybe this one is like no regrets. Knowing my luck, if I ever got a tattoo, I would have it screwed up like that. That's just like my level of luck with things. Did it really? Oh my gosh, details, please. Oh, amazing. I kind of love that. I mean, I don't... Is it the sister-in-law I'm thinking of? Because if it is, then I love that this happened. But if it's not, then that's a bummer. Oh, that's nice when they can cover it up. Okay, the good one. Okay. Yeah, then I don't like that for her. I like that they were able to cover it up. Amazing. I kind of thought about making the eyes different colors, but I'm not feeling that. Because I think if I did that, you would pay more attention to this plant than anything else that might end up going on. Wow. Amazing. Incredible. Oh no, it's squirt bottles? Why? That's so funny. Spice has, he's never even been squirted. That's even better. That's funny. Spice is scared of the vacuum cleaner. That's her nemesis. Which is always really funny when we vacuum, because she feels the need to try to protect me as I'm doing it, and I'm like, Spice, I'm the one pushing it around. It's fine. That's so funny. Alright, I want to focus on this giant eye now, again. That's so funny. Yeah, it's funny, Spice is kind of scared of Muddy's, I'm trying to think of how you'd even describe it. Her thing that holds, like, an oxygen tank. Like, her portable, it's like a little portable thing you wheel it around in. But I understand that, because it's, like, kind of similar concept shape to what the vacuum would be. But it's funny, because, like, whenever she comes home from somewhere, Spice is, like, briefly scared of it again. And will often bark at it. And I'm like, oh no. Those are funny. Yeah, I wonder what Spice would do with the robot vacuum. She'd probably lose her mind. I still can't stop thinking about Wendy's. It's a problem. God. They must put drugs in their food. I swear to God, dude. Oh my God. I would live for that. Absolutely live. It would be kind of funny to see Spice try to fight a robot vacuum. I bet she would do that. Oh, he's never done it while it was on. I wonder how you could train a cat to willingly get on it and stay on it. You know? Yeah. that would be how you do it. I love it. Okay, right? It does kind of make me wonder what they put in some of those things. Because it's like, damn, my pet is addicted to whatever this is made out of. Ooh, that's... I used to have something like that for Spice. Where it was dog safe, and it was peanut butter. And she lost her mind for those. Yeah, I'm so glad we decided to give this thing eyes. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, some of them are really skitterish with them. Yeah, almost this entire time, Spice has been just sleeping and looking out the window. So I think she will be good for the potential Spice cam. Oh yeah. Is it like catnip spray? Perfect. I love that. I love how easy it is to smear. Like, Photoshop can't do anything like this program does. It's so easy to, like, blend things together and you don't even have to change the tools or anything. Let's get this yellow. Oh, I've played that game. It's such a vibe. Yeah, it's funny because I saw him like download it, I think, and maybe start it, and then I went and I napped, I think. I don't even remember. It was a blur. And then by the time I woke up, he was like, he was done and had raided into someone, and I was like, oh, this is how it often goes for me. I got that bad brain juice, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cause I remember seeing he already had the whole, like, save file and everything. Speaking of save files, let me just save this real quick. I'm thinking, like, I'll probably do the eyes. Maybe I'll do the eyelashes on all these different eyes, like, after I'm done coloring them. Since I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Yeah, it's crazy how much the lashes does for it, you know? Yeah. Amazing. But yeah, I know I played Unpacking, because I went and because I'm the type of person where, like, I feel compelled. If there's Steam achievements, I am compelled to 100% a game. And it's very hard for me. Like, and so that game was one that I 100%ed, like all the Steam achievements. Not that I don't even know that getting them even does anything. But it's like, maybe it's because I'm acoustic. I don't know. But I am so, if there's achievements, I am compelled. I have to do it. Like, it's a problem. Yeah, Xbox achievements too. You know what game I never finished was Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, I know Allie got all the achievements in it, and that's impressive. That is a hard game to, like, I got nowhere near. Nowhere near. Me sitting here like, what is the light source in this image even? We don't follow any rules. We just pull this out of our ass. That does look pretty sick though, huh? Yeah. See, I'll be like totally real. Like, I love that game. Such a great game. And I didn't think I would like it because I generally don't like that era of US history. I generally don't like anything that's like cowboy theme, like, is not my jam. The only reason I didn't finish it, and this is like the realest thing I'm gonna say all day, and part of me is like, I don't want to say too much and spoil it if there's anybody here. Well, a lot of you saw Nathan play it. Okay. Arthur gets progressively sick. So at the time I was playing the game was right around the time or right after our mom passed away. And so it's not funny, but I'm kind of chuckling. So it was like him progressively having symptoms. I was like, this is too real for me now. And I didn't know that's where the plot ends up going in that like, it's clear that's where it's gonna go after a certain point. But I was like so paranoid, like, I don't know if like emotionally I can handle this right now, like, cause life is too real. And so I like went online and read like, where is it going? And I was like, I can't psychologically handle this. So I love that game, but I never finished it because of that. I know I could finish it now. If I was to play it now, like, and I don't think I'd just pick back up where I left off. I think I'd be starting all over, you know, because that game is so good. But yeah, it is funny how things can do that, where as much as you enjoy it, you might associate it with something negative that also was happening in your life at the time. Like, that's why I stopped playing Fallout 4. I have like more than 800 hours in Fallout 4. And that game came out like right around the time or right before our mom got diagnosed, you know? So like, and yeah, I still played it quite a lot, like even after she passed, but I don't think I've played it in like 5 years. At least. Not since like early pandemic, at least, because part of my brain still associates it with that time period. Even though it's an amazing game and I love it. You know? And this is a somber song to be played with that topic of conversation. This song's called Tell the Moon I'm Sorry. Laura, what was the name of that song again that you came up with? I know you said you sent it to me, but I'm just like, oh my god. I should just ask you guys if I can't think of names for songs. Shoot. The hardest ones to name were that, like, Randall album where it was like Commodore 64 music. Because that one I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up the coding language for that and then try to combine like the commands you use for that into phrases that would make sense as song titles. That was hard. Because I'm like, shoot, I don't know. I have no idea what to do with these pink flowers. We'll wing it like everything else. Okay, I do like that it's like freaky color. I do like that. Laura, aren't the kids done with school? Pretty shortly. I feel like Olivia was just telling me about it. But I don't remember. This week. Yeah, I knew it was earlier. That's gonna be nice. Okay, the song that plays after this one, I think, let me check. Yes, the song that plays after this one is my favorite song on this entire album because it reminds me of the soundtrack to the movie Akira, which I think is my favorite movie. And I know all of you are probably aware of that because I say it often. I've been wanting to watch that movie again for a while. Also, I can't wait for Olivia and Avery to be old enough to see it because the animation is sick. But it's also very gory. It's a gory and violent movie. But the level of detail it is insane. I'm living. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna be so excited to add the lips, the lip plant. This song is just a vibe, as far as I'm concerned. I even, like, geek out so hard over this movie, like, that right around the time I made this song, I went on Discogs, and I found somebody who had listed, like, the soundtrack to the movie on CD, and I was like, bet I will pay whatever you have listed for, because you can't even find a lot of the songs. Like, they're not on any streaming service. You can find them on YouTube, but the quality isn't great. So it was like getting that was like Oh my god. What a treat. If you didn't know, I'm acoustic. I love things with music. Laura's like, yeah, bitch, we know I grew up with you. Oh. That's never gonna get old for me. I don't care. I don't care if some... Look, I know we heard some people think it's a slur. I'm sorry, maybe I'm gonna take it back. Maybe I'm taking it back. Because, that's what I am. I'm reclaiming it. Hello. Wow. Wow. It was. It's like, who comes in? Whatever you were playing too was like, weren't you playing Roblox? It was like, whatever it was random anyway for somebody to come in on a stream, and that's the first thing they say. It was like, oh, hello. Wow. Okay. Yeah, like, part of me is still questioning it a little bit. Like, actually? But it was so good. Hello again, Spice. Oh, that's a big moan and a groan for a little dog. Is your life just so hard? Being so cute all the time. It must be exhausting being cute your whole life. It's funny, she'll get up, like, occasionally, and I know she's just either getting water, eating some of her food in the kitchen, or she's sleeping on a couch in the living room. She is truly my dog. Seems like brighter. Yes. Yes. Like, wow, I can't wait until I get unhinged questions. Plus, like, I'll just be real. Like, I would make the assumption I will get more of those just because I'm bald. You know? Like, oh, this person looks different. I just expect it. But I'd also be living for it. I kind of love confusing people. That's, like, always been... like, and it doesn't even matter, like, what time period of my life or what I looked like at the time. I just love it. I just love to be a weird person. Yeah! Exactly. Exactly that. wow. What did you do today? We drew diseased eyes on a cactus. And it was a vibe. I keep seeing random stuff in like YouTube about how many people, and I don't know why I'm seeing it, because it's random facts about like France. You know, it's like I'm not looking for this. I'm not learning anything. Like I'm not picking up like French language or anything, but it's like I learned the other day that it's normal in France, like most people take almost the whole month of May off. What? And this is like normal and expected? Like, hi, I want to do that. I want that kind of time off. That would be sweet. Like, dang, we kind of got the short end of the stick here in the States, huh? Oh, this is Laura's favorite song, this one. Yeah. Yeah, have you been seeing stuff about that too? I'm sure I'm seeing it just because, you know, it's the right month for it and they're all taking their vacations, so it's like other people are talking about it. I was like, what? I never knew this. Awesome and crazy. Oh yeah. Yeah, would they be open? Yeah, because like the last retail job I worked was at Old Navy. And I mean, I was even surprised the first year I worked there. I was surprised, like, I didn't even consider that I would need to ask for like Easter off. You know, they were open on Easter and that floored me. I had to work on Easter, which is like whatever, because I'm not religious, but it's just one of those US holidays that, you know, and this is like, God, how many years ago would that be? More than 15 years ago, you know? So like today, now, it wouldn't surprise me of how many stores are open now. But like 15, 20 years ago, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That has to just be wild being like a stay-at-home mom, because the time flies by in a different way. Like, and I'll be real, it does with me too, like, because I've been working remotely for like the last 5 years still, which I really appreciate. I'm so glad that they have never told me that I have to come back, you know, be in the office full time or even like in the office part time. You know, that they basically were like, oh, hey, we recognize that you function a lot better being able to work from home, and like you can take naps when you need to, and like you get way more work done because there's not a bunch of noise and people interrupting you. Like, yeah, thanks. I'm glad you're finally recognizing that. But yeah, it is like crazy for like my sense of time passing is completely messed up. You know, like I said, like I had 3 coworkers specifically not just email me, they called me on Friday to remind me that we had today off. Because I've just, like, blanked it so many years in a row, and I've still worked on Memorial Day, you know? Like, that's, yeah. Such is my brain. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's looking so sick, dude. Wow. Wow. Okay. 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 I'm living. I swear though, like, I do this so slow that to me this is like getting funny of like how many streams it's gonna take me to finish this. And honestly, that's a good thing, like, all around, because it's gonna force me to make this thing in a reasonable manner, because how I am otherwise, like with the ADHD hyperfocusing, I've literally like had so many drawings where I would sit down and not move for like 12 hours plus. Ah, thanks, Gozel, you're so nice. Yeah, now you can know when Laura and I say I'm screaming, or I'm like wheezing, or I'm laughing so hard it's just air. It's like literally, it happens. Yeah. See, when we say I'm screaming, it's good that we like, you guys can't hear us though, cause rip your eardrums. You know? Man, that was me and Laura though, like when we played Repo, that was a disaster, but in like the best way. Because we would see like, I don't know, the scary shit, and we would both just freeze. And it's like, logically I know everything in the game hears you, and so like you shouldn't be screaming, but I'd be screaming. And so it's like, I'm screaming, everything is finding us. Like, this is a disaster. I also keep thinking of like, didn't Topaz say she's like around level 10? Or round 10, however it works, or past it? Because that's crazy. Like, when I played it with Laura, that was the first time I had ever played it. And so like, after we were done, I started wondering like, okay, I suck at this game, but I'm curious how far it goes. So now I'm gonna turn on cheats, because I want to see, like, I'm curious, how far does this go? Or like, you know, I want to kind of see the logic of like how things in this game, like, how do they function, you know? And I like gave up around round 10, or however the wording is. So I'm like, well, it must be endless, I assume, but it's crazy, like, the farther you go, the more vicious it gets, which, understandable. You know, but it's like, I would open the door and the room would like immediately fall into an endless pit. Like, wow, the game is just like really trying to kill you now at this point. The game's like, why are you still here? Like, you shouldn't be surviving. Oh, wow. I'm getting like increasingly obsessed with the eyes the farther this goes. Okay, why am I thinking this is kind of like a texture, like a cucumber? Now you're all probably like, I will never look at a cucumber the same after this. Okay, right though? Sick. What did you do today, everyone? I had cucumbers ruined for me forever. I'm glad the ping tuber thing has actually worked this time. Because, like, I don't know what this is, if it's, like, my social anxiety or what. Like, obviously I know all of you, but it's, like, not having to actually be on a camera. For some reason, my energy level is way higher than it was last time we were doing this. Yeah, it is nice to have options. Yeah, so I'm glad, like, that I figured out how to get it to work with the software running, because it did not want to work the other day. And that bummed me out. Yeah, so that'll be nice. It is nice to have options, because even people I have worked with, like, more than 10 years, I often won't even bother turning my camera on for. Like, that's how I am. Just, like, I hate being on camera. That's just me. Oh, thank you. Let's see, which eye shall I do next? I guess I'll do this middle one. There goes my beautiful dog. She's off. She's off to lay on the couch. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll go. Because I keep thinking I'm getting hungry. Also, it would be kind of funny to write into Nathan. What were you up to? We were hiding my robot son's ass and making a yassified cactus. Right? That is too much. Oh, is he really? Amazing. No, I don't like that shiny part. Maybe I'll finish this one eye. Yeah, because I'm getting real hungry, man. I like how this is turning out a lot. Look at how much more we have to do, too. Wow. Alright. Oh, I just set my pen down for the first time since I started, and my hand is like, bitch. But yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Plus, this will be easy to do, to, like, to stream it even when I'm done working for the day. Like, because even if I'm tired, I can zone out and do this really easily. Well, I'm glad you got your dishes done, right? Yeah. I'm about to call it for now because I'm hungry. But look at how this has turned out. Wow. And look at how much more we have to go. I'm living. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to call it, personally. So I should pull my keyboard back out. Let's save this again, because I'm paranoid. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save as... Oh yeah, I think I totally will. Alright. That was fun. Thanks everyone for coming. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, know you're perfect. Yeah, let's go raid Nathan and tell him we were doing whatever the hell you would describe this as. There's the raid message. And I suppose I can stop that, and I can do this properly. Let's see if this works. Oh, wow. That works. Amazing. Incredible. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you so much. We're gonna raid, this guy. And if you don't know who that is, I don't know what the hell your problem is or how we even met, frankly. No. I don't know what we did. But thank you so much. Yeah. I just think this is just a vibe and I'm really enjoying myself. I don't know. I came from outer space, okay? I came from the deep void. Thank you all for coming and watching me make these nightmare vibe eyeballs. Anyway, I love you all. You're neat. Let's go raid this guy, whoever this guy is. Okay, bye!